My impact is trying to make it better for the neighborhood, because I used to come here years ago when I was a youth, because my relatives were on my dad's side lived here, and I used to come up every summer, and I was surprised as I came back as an adult how the neighborhood had just changed, because there's a lot of history in the Crown Hill area just being connected to Crown Hill Cemetery, and I just feel like the maturity of the neighborhood has been just diminished, and the history that the neighborhood has just been like wiped out, and I've been fighting forever to try to get the beauty and the class it was before, or get it back to the class it was. But it seems like most of the matured older people that used to live here and used to have so much pride in the neighborhood has moved or passed, and then the youths didn't want to carry. They wanted to move out to the Fishers and Noblesville and Carmel and all them places. But like I tell everybody, you can make your Fishers, you can make your Carmel right where you're at, and that's always been my from. And I've always felt that you have to have a history to have a future. It was a beautiful neighborhood, and neighbors were, neighbors. They looked out for each other, and it was like just like a big family thing, and everybody helped each other, and it was just like it should have been, And as a people, we've grown apart from each other, So, but I've been trying to get it back in shape, but it's a challenge. But I love challenge. I just hate the numbers that's caught up with me. I used to say that I didn't have enough time. Now I really don't have enough time. I tell everybody I have a whole lot to do in a short time to get it done. But they still have some people that really trying to hold the neighborhood together, So I haven't given up, I will keep on keeping on until I can't keep it on anymore. But I would like to pass on some of the history to the younger people that's coming into the neighborhood and get that energy to fight, to hold on to what we have as a neighborhood, and, make Crown Hill be something to stand out to us. Well, SEP program started at Coppins Chapel at 32nd and Capitol. Reverend Black and Reverend White and myself, we initiated, and we had some college students that came, that lived right around the corner in Kenwood, that came, and we taught. When we say program, we didn't say summer camp. We started off with 17 kids from the ages of 6 to 18. And we kept growing and growing, and in about 6 years we had 166 kids, and we had to keep moving to get more space. And we taught. It was a enrichment program. It wasn't just fun hopping and skipping. It was regular classes. We had regular classes, and in the 6 weeks time we only would have 3 field trips. And those field trips would be going to the Children's Museum, the Indianapolis Museum of Art. We took them to educational things to broaden their minds and their aspects. And then the grand finale, which when we closed the program, we would have a huge picnic out at Eagle Creek. I think the most important thing is to know who you are first. Be in tune with you. Because if you don't know who you are, then you can't express you don't have any confidence. One thing we need to start doing is building confidence in ourselves and being in tune with self. Because if you don't know who you are, you just running around, you're like a flea waiting to lit on somebody or something. But I think what we need to do is get in tune with self, find out who you are and what you want and what you expect out of life. And you can't expect something if you're not contributing anything. You have to contribute something and be consistent. I hope that's out of all the kids that I've touched, that they've gotten something out of it, and they do something, you know, and I've made an impact of it, or an impression that I want to do something with my life other than just, you know, waste it away. That's because well, as it is, I have, because I'm originally from New Orleans, and I've always been being the eldest of 8, and always been involved with kids and stuff. I've had kids around Christmas time. I get cards from all over, youths that I've dealt with, you know, and been with. And right here, since I've came here to Indianapolis, several of them that when they were going to cosmetology school, you know, I would be their subject and everything. And it just makes me feel good to see that they've turned out to do something positive with their life. I had, when I went to New Orleans, T.G. Jakes was at the Municipal Auditorium, and this kid, he now lives in Europe, and he was a lighting man for the stage thing. And my sister who taught him in high school, she said, there's somebody he want to see you. And I said, what? And so she said, so he came up there, and I said, oh my God. I said, well, he said, where you been? I said, I live in Indianapolis, like that. You know, he said, well, I live in Europe now. He said, and I want to let you know, if it wouldn't be for you, I wouldn't be there. I said, oh, you know, and that really makes you feel good when you can say that you led somebody in the right direction. And that's just my passion. Just being in good health. That's all. God blessing me. That's all. That's my greatest accomplishment. Because, I mean, the things that I do is just like it's supposed to be, you know, just like breathing. But I'm proud of everything, especially if I can change somebody's life, you know, some young person's life, or do something good. They were calling me the mayor of Crown Hill because I visit all the sick, and I see that they have food and stuff. And when I had my van, I would bring them to the meetings. I would drive, you know. And so I guess that's why God keeps blessing me, because the more you give, the more you receive. So that's me.